Hey friends and family, welcome to Marcie Creates. This is Marcie, and tonight for Tutorial Tuesday we are going to be working with this beautiful focal piece by Nancy Woodland with the Didi's Deluxe bead box for October, Falloween. I have a really gorgeous tassel that we're going to add. It picks up the really pretty deep red in this pendant. And we're going to be using, all the colors are gorgeous in the box, but tonight we're going to concentrate on these beautiful dyed jade beads, the olive bicones, the deep kind of garnet red crystals, and then I'm adding a little bit of color with this kind of berry color seed beads. And then I've got a variety of gold findings, lobster claw, some bead caps, and some crimp covers. We're going to be using 18 gauge bronze tarnish resistant to kind of make our bail for our pendant. And then I'm going to be using SoftFlex antique brass color medium wire. I thought this color was really pretty with this color scheme, so we're going to be using that. So sorry to be with you late, but the day job intervened pretty good on me this evening. I had to work well into the evening. We work with the state fair, or the Texas State Fair, what my company does, and so we had a few little emergencies after hours that I had to help with, so that delayed my video. It's the last week of the fair, so salespeople were freaking out, and it was Marcie the rescue. It was a little crazy this evening. And then I had to rest, of course. So you may not see this till Wednesday, but I am making it on Tuesday. And it's been a while since I've done a Tutorial Tuesday. So, so that is my story. Now, I did have a little trouble setting up my lights tonight too. They kept falling over, so I said some very unladylike things, which you can just use your imagination on that one. But they finally did what they were supposed to do. So I've got this brass wire. I'm gonna be making a bail for the, how do I want to orient this? Let me think. I think I like the branches kind of look like they're hanging down, so I think I'm going to go this way with it. And I'm just going to, I want my bail to be roomy, so I'm just going to do that. And then, let me come in with my, I'm just going to bend one of these. So now I have something like this. Okay? Just because I want it to hang. And I know that my round nose, I guess I could have used my bails, but my round nose aren't big enough to make the loop that I want. So we're just going to stick with this. And then, let me wrap this. Let me see here. Let me grab this. We're going to wrap this a couple of times. This way. I'm gonna make like a little coil, I think. But I don't want to take away from the pendant, so it's not gonna be, much of something, but I am gonna leave let me do one more wrap. I think it needs one more. I am gonna just make it a little bit festive over there, just to kind of cover this part, the loop. It's not necessary, but it's something that I see gem hawks do a lot, and I really like it. So we're just gonna, let me just push this down for a minute. So now I just want to add like a bead. So I think I'm gonna grab, I want to pick up this deep green color, because on the other side we're gonna have this really pretty kind of garnet colored tassel. And I think I want to do some bead caps with that. And I think the bronze and the gold look nice together. They're very warm and very fall feeling. So we're going to do that. And then now I'm going to come in with my round nose, because this is the part that's going to attach to the necklace. Hope y'all are doing well. We've been having some beautiful weather, I'm happy to say. It's the other morning it was in the 40s. Oh, I just wanted to celebrate. It actually felt like fall. And the dogs, they were not as excited as I was. They were like, wait, it's cold out here. So I tried to get Ginger on a video today, and she was being extra shy. I don't know what that's about, but she saw me pick up my phone and she ducked under the covers. I'm like, you little stinker. It's like, you got a fan club. Come on now. Let's everybody make videos. She's like, nope. I'm going night-night under the covers. I'm like, all right. And Cha-Cha, you know, she's just perpetually looking for varmints in the backyard. She is all about the varmints. And then she's all about when the kids come home from school so that she can bark at them. And then, of course, Ginger's got to chime in. So that's quite funny. All right, so I think I'm going to do a little coil up here. I don't know that I need this much wire, but maybe I'll cut some of that off. Yeah. Okay. Now this is something I'm trying to work on, is my coils. It is something to aspire to make them as neat as Gem Hawks makes them. So, wish me luck. So, I'm starting at the end with just the very end of my pliers. And this is kind of what I see her do. And I'm just going to make a round. The trick is to make this little piece round and not... there we go. So once you have this, then you take, I like using the bent nose because you can kind of see it. You just kind of very gently roll it kind of with your wrists. And like I said, I'm still working on the coil technique. It just takes practice. I mean, I've gotten more into wire working over the years, but every now and then you can have something just not work the way you want it. But I think that is pretty nice. Yay. Now let me just straighten this up a little. All right, now we're going to add our tassel. And I was going to use some jump rings, but I don't think I have any gold ones handy. Maybe I do. Stay tuned. Okay, so I found a jump ring, and while I was looking for the jump rings, I ran across these guys. Look at these. See this little dachshund? Do you know what this is? This is, if you, I love to eat sushi. This is to put your little chopsticks, rest them next to your sushi rolls or whatever you're eating. And I had to have them. So they come in a set of 4. Got them on Amazon, but I forgot I had those sitting over there. So I thought I'd show you because I'm a dachshund fan, as we all know. Isn't that cute? I suppose you could use it for other things, but I just fell in love with them. I just love dachshund stuff. Go figure. Anyway, I found a nice big jump ring. And I am going to put on the tassel. And I want a big jump ring so it swings nicely. And I don't want it to be hard to get onto the pendant. And if it was smaller, it might be a little difficult. I suppose I could go with the smaller one, but we'll see how the necklace looks. This is something you can always switch out later, you know, so don't fret too much if you are in a dilemma with the size of your jump ring. But I really like that. Isn't that pretty? Now I am thinking about, just real quick, this little band right here is fine. I mean, you could do some wire wrapping with some small beads. What I'm thinking about doing is a little peyote stitch band around it. I learned peyote stitch at one of the Jesse James Beads summer camps, and it's a great way to use seed beads. You got to use the Miyuki Delicas, the ones that look like little bricks, but I have some colors that might work, so I may show you that in a later video. Not tonight because it'll take too long to show you, but if you're interested to see how I do that or what I learned, let me know in the comments and I will certainly show you. Okay, so we're ready to string. Here is our beautiful SoftFlex antique brass color, medium. And I really don't have a thought about, I think I want to kind of do, I mean, this is so organic looking that I don't want to do like a straight pattern. I kind of want to play with that idea that Jill McKay says about, you know, just changing it up a little. I mean, it'll have a pattern. It won't be totally asymmetrical like I do, although I know you guys like that. But I am going to change it up a little. You'll see what I mean. So maybe if you don't want to go straight and crazy asymmetrical, you can try this technique, which is we made a necklace in the summer camp that pretty much was, you know, a patterned strung necklace, but it had little variations in it. And you'll see what I mean here in just a second. So here's our stringing wire. And I'm just going to start stringing. And we're going to stick with the jade and the red and these berry colors. And then all these colors too. They're so pretty. So let's see. So I have a green one here. Let's do some red or rust. A rusty color. I may have to pull in some of these guys. We'll see. But those are some of the dyed jade also, but they're the nuggets. These are gorgeous colors. Very, very fall forward. The whole box is just luscious, I think. If this doesn't put you in the fall mood, I don't know what will. And if you're somewhere where leaves don't change, you can have leaves, you can have this around your neck and feel like you've got fall around your neck. All right, so I think I'm going to do a green bicone. And another green bicone. And I think we'll play with the order of colors. Now that these are matchy, and now I'm not going to do. I'm not going to match them on purpose. Let's do a dark one. Again, just playing with the pattern, non-pattern. I think I'll put a spacer. You know, maybe I'll put 2 spacers. Maybe we'll deviate just a little. So we're still going to put things in the same places, kind of, but we're going to change it up a little. So I put 2 over there. I'm just going to put 1 here. And then I'm going to do another red or rust color. And now this time, instead of green, I'm going to grab one of these really pretty deep red. And over here, I'm just going to add a deep red. So it's similar, but a little different. And what Jill McKay says, if you didn't see the video I was talking about this, little tiny changes like that interest the mind. That the eye kind of goes, oh, wait a minute, that's something different. Even though it looks the same. Because it's just a little bit different, it creates interest, visual interest. So I'm going to start introducing some of these seed beads now, just for little pops of this berry color. And you could certainly do this with the purple. The purple in the box is really pretty. I'm going to grab another red. And I think I'm going to do 3 of these guys. It's close to, like, I mean, it is asymmetrical in a way, but I don't know how to describe it. It's symmetrical, asymmetrical. In other words, you're sort of mirroring what you're doing on the other side, but you're not doing it exact. Just little subtle changes, whereas with a full-on asymmetrical necklace, you're really changing it up and really kind of saying, oh, look at this. This is, 3 pieces of this and 5 pieces of that, and then we've got a pattern, and it's just a lot more involved or different. This is going to be more subtle. And I really like it. So now over here, I'm going to add a seed bead. And then I'm going to add just one of these bicones. So as you can see, and we're limiting what we're using too. I'm not using a wide variety of beads, but it looks cohesive until you start to really look at it. And it is from the color standpoint, but it's not exact. Boy, I love these little pops of dark red. And I love the little pops of berry, too. All right, let's see. Let's do a dark green on this side. And that's more of a true, that's more like an evergreen. And then maybe I'll do 2 red here, and we'll do 1 red here. Then we'll do some more seed beads. The seed beads that I get are from a company called Adornable Elements. I have a subscription. Every month they send like 6 or 7 small little vials of seed beads. You can pick Delicas or number 11. They have other things too. They have check beads and specialty beads. So, or they have a rotating membership where you can get a bunch of different things. I know Gina from Orchid and Opal, she loves that subscription. I do too, but I just strictly use it for seed beads, because when I try to buy seed beads, I get overwhelmed with how many color choices and finishes, and this way it's picked for me, and I have it in my stash for when I want to use it. So I'll put that link in my description if you're interested. Check them out. And I want to say for 6 or 7 vials of about this many beads, this is valued at $3.50. You save a couple bucks. Plus, I think this is, I'm trying to think how many grams this is. It's a good deal. It's not 25 grams. It might be 7 or 10. I'll have to look. But you can get double the size, but it costs more. But I think mine's $18 a month, and they do like a little theme. So you get, you know, they'll do a peacock theme, so you get blues and purples and greens. It's worth it, I think. All right, let's see. Let's do another spacer. I'm spacing out the gold too. I may not do it everywhere, but like this has a gold spacer. I think I'll do maybe gold bead caps on this side. I'm gonna grab another one of these olive colored. This dyed jade is so beautiful. Oops, I just smacked the camera, sorry. I have it up close so you can see what I'm doing. I don't want you to not see. All right, let's do a rust color. I think I'll grab another bicone. I'm just gonna string all the way up here. I'll grab another. You could color block this too if you don't want to do this technique. That would also be really pretty. Or you could try and do a pattern. I mean, you've got plenty of the same kind of hues in these jade. I don't know, I guess everybody's jade might be different, depending. It's a thought. I love how the beads glide on this the SoftFlex. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Huge fan. And some of the nicest people work there, I tell you. I seem to always miss their unboxings and stuff though, because again, I'm working. So that's kind of a bummer. I usually catch it though on their YouTube channel, or they have a Facebook group too. So let's see. How we looking? Pretty sweet. Let's see. I think I want to do another seed bead. I like this little bit of sparkle with the bicones. Actually, let me grab a spacer. See how we're just slightly varying each side? I think it looks pretty cool. Thank you, Jill McKay. Her class was fun. She's a neat lady. She designed stuff on Guiding Light, I believe, and Star Trek: The Next Generation, so wouldn't that be cool for a job? I've always loved costume design and things like that. That's always something I look forward to, like when there's a movie that's either a period piece or even like sci-fi. I just love to see, or especially like Game of Thrones, you know, just the clothes and the hair and the jewelry. I just think it's so inspiring. Take a really close look at that all the time. Okay. I'm liking it. See, it looks almost like a pattern, but it's not quite the same. That's the trick. see, let me grab a... Pretty sure I got these bead caps at Bargain Bead Box. These little gold ones. Looking good. Let me move myself up a little. See, starting to run out of beadboard. Oops. Well, that seed bead is off in another galaxy. I don't know what happened to that one. I heard it hit something. I think I'm going to do more. Let's see. Let's do 2 on this side. Ooh, these lights are hot. I got a few new lights. I hope the lighting's better. So now I think I'm going to do some of these with the seed beads in between. Pick up some more of this really pretty berry color. This is great too, like with the asymmetrical design. If you don't have the same number of beads, you know, you can do a little thing like this where you're not doing the exact thing on either side and you get away with it because you may only have an odd number of something, but it's going to look like you meant to do it. See how that works? Okay. I think I want to grab another bicone. Man, these are pretty. I don't know what it is about the fall colors, but they make me feel so, I don't know, happy is not the right word, like tranquil, peaceful. All I can visualize, you know, when growing up in Michigan, we lived in a house that had a lot of trees around it, and just the way that the leaves sound when they're rustling, you know, in the wind. And then that's, I don't know, for those of you that live in the Northeast or anywhere where there's leaves, there's that smell in the air. I don't know, the leaves have a smell. And I don't know, I just equate that with happy times. So when I see the colors, I guess that part of the fall comes back to me. They're good memories. For some people, that might be, you know, the smell of the ocean. For me, it's fall leaves. I think it's different for everyone. Makes me want to sit in front of a fireplace with a big glass of red wine and a crackling fire. We did, and with the 40 degrees we had the other day, we could have done that. I'm really liking this. Yes, thank you, Jill McKay. I really like this. Yeah, if you've never done the summer classes, they are pricey. But first of all, you get a ton of beads. You always have stuff left over that you can add to your stash. You learn skills that will carry you, to other things with your jewelry making. It's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of really nice people. And if you've got the app called Shop Pay, you can break it up into 4 payments with no interest. It's, so, and I do know Jesse James Beads offers a discount. So, something to think about. I know not everyone can do that every time, but if you can ever do that or try, you won't be sorry. But I will bring you the techniques also, because I have now learned to incorporate them into my jewelry. So I will spread the wealth, but I am not. Some of these gals, like Meredith Roddy, teaches the seed beads. She is amazing to teach her on that. I don't know that I can do her projects justice. But I learned peyote beading from her, and she just taught it really well. And I never thought, I'm always identified myself, people that make jewelry, we kind of have our specialties. Some people are really into wire work. Some people love to string. Some people love doing the seed bead work, the bead weaving. But I like to learn everything because I like to combine techniques. So the more stuff I can learn, the more excited I get, because then I start visualizing all the possibilities. So if you don't think you're into a certain thing, at least try it once. You might surprise yourself, and that's what I like about the classes, is you're going to be doing some stringing, you're going to be doing some wire work, and you kind of figure out for yourself, what you like doing. So, and that's for any class. You don't necessarily have to do the Jesse James, although I do highly recommend it. But there's lots of classes out there. I think, too, there's a company called Skillshare. They have an app, and you could take classes through there as well as tutorial. There are free tutorials all over. A lot of the bead companies have free tutorials. So give it a try. All right. I'll get off my soapbox with that. And we're kind of getting to... let me think how long I want to make this. I actually found my ruler, so I'm very excited about that. Oops, that's centimeters. Not that there's anything wrong with centimeters. I think I'm going to do 12 and 12. That's 24 inches. Yeah. I think I'll do a couple more. I think I have just enough beads to do more. This one's so shiny, I can't find the hole. There we go. He was hiding. Let's see. This really doesn't take very long. The other thing, too, is to just, as you're doing this, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to be as close as you can to being kind of even. You can always make it up at the end with some little beads if, you're not. I mean, because not every bead is the same size, of course, so you're gonna have to kind of play with that, if you know what I mean. Let's see where we're at. Few more, huh? Let's see. Very shiny. Okay, getting close. Actually, I think I'm just going to stop there. Save some of these for a bracelet, which is definitely on the agenda. I think that might be the next video, is a bracelet to coordinate. And I have these bead caps, so I'm going to put these on and kind of finish this off with some bead caps. These also came from Bargain Bead Box. Okay, so this side is going to be our lobster claw. I'm just going to make a loop. Got my crimp bead on here. And I'm just going to make that a generous loop, just so it's easier to find. If you happen to be, I like to do that because if I'm happen to put a jewelry piece on, I need to be able to feel what's going on back there, because we all don't have eyeballs in the back of our heads. This other loop, this other side, I'm going to make a loop out of the seed beads. I think you've seen me do that before. I like to do that because A, it adds some texture, B, it adds color, and C, again, it's easy to feel if you're trying to put something on. You know, which is the clasp and which is the loop. Okay. So the question is how big you want to make the loop, and I do between 15, if they're size 11 seed beads, I do between 15 and 17 beads. I just feel like that's a nice size loop. So let me just scoop some of these up. I think that's 5. I think that's 15. We're gonna go with 15. So I just pull them up like this, and then you want enough wire so these don't go flying, which has happened to me, and I think it's happened to me on camera too. And then I just hold this end, the ends with my thumb, and I pull this way with the loop. I think we need to make this, oh, see what happened? It just went flying. I think I need to make this, well, let's grab some more of these. A few flew. They are trying to find their friend that escaped earlier. I tell you, I have wood floors in here, but when I vacuum my rug, you should hear the crunk, 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 crunk. It's like, yep, there's all the seed beads I've dropped over the last week. Okay. Hey, you gotta laugh. Okay, so the big thing here is you don't want to crunch your beads, which always seems to happen to me when I'm not paying attention. So just kind of give yourself a moment before you start smishing. Take a moment. Okay. And see, with the SoftFlex wire, it doesn't matter if it shows, because it's usually, if you pick a coordinating color, it looks nice. Plus, it's soft, so it's not gonna scratch somebody. Especially if you trim it and you use crimp covers, or if you use the magical crimping that they have on their website, that makes it look like a little bead, the crimp. And I use only the crimps from SoftFlex because they're the best. Okay. So now we have our lobster claw and our loop. Add some nice color. And then we have our necklace. I'll just show you up close, kind of all the different colors. We'll just run it this way. Isn't that beautiful? And there's that gorgeous pendant and our tassel. And I think I'm going to leave it plain, but the next time I do one where I do a peyote, I'll show you. Let me just move all this. Let's do this. Trying to knock my lights over, but I think you can see how pretty that is. And I love these fall colors. The little pops of berry are very nice. I think that just adds a little something to these gorgeous earthy colors without being too, you know, in your face. This is turned out really nice, I think. And again, it's just little subtle different, you know, you're doing kind of the same thing on each side, but little variation, and it looks like a pattern until you really look at it closely. Pardon me. So I hope you'll try this. I think it's really fun. And if you're not wanting to do a full-on asymmetrical piece, this is a nice kind of in between, you know, a regular pattern and the asymmetrical, like a little baby step, if you will. So thanks for watching tonight. I know it was late, or I'll be uploading this late, so apologies for that, but that couldn't be helped. But I did want to get a Tutorial Tuesday out because I hadn't done one in a while. And of course I wanted to dig into this gorgeous box and use this beautiful pendant by Nancy. So stay tuned for probably a bracelet and earrings for sure with this box. I want to play also with these gorgeous skulls and these check beads. So do stay tuned. There'll be more projects with this box coming. With that, I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you are not subscribed. That really does help me out. It's the best way you can support me is by subscribing and liking. If you feel like making a comment, I welcome your comments. They're fun to read and they're so sweet. You guys are the best. So with that, I'm going to tell you good evening and have a great day or night or afternoon, whenever it is you're watching this. Take care of yourselves and your families and be safe. And I'll see you on the next video.